Hi, I'm Brent Haseker, your website consultant with NetSource Technologies, and I'm here today to ask you the question, do you have an ugly baby website? Now, if you've got an ugly baby, nobody's going to tell you that. Everyone's going to go, oh yeah, that's a really beautiful baby that you have. But a lot of website owners have what I call ugly baby websites. They're not very attractive. They're not very functional. They don't do what they should do. They're just ugly baby websites. But nobody's willing to tell them that they have an ugly baby website. And they're actually under the impression that everybody really likes their website and thinks it's great because nobody wants to tell them that it's an ugly baby website. Now, I've been in the website design business for about 18 years, so I'm pretty good at spotting an ugly baby website when I see one. And when I talk to a business owner and they'll say, oh yeah, people love my website. They think it's awesome. They think it's great. They tell me that all the time. I tend to kind of want to call them out on it if I can, but usually you can't. It's kind of like if you're playing Scrabble and you see a word on the board and you're like, that's not a real word. I challenge that. You get out the dictionary, you look up the word. If you can't find it in the dictionary, then that person loses a turn or whatever the rules are in Scrabble. So when I'm talking to somebody who has a ugly baby website and they say, oh no, it's great, people love it, I kind of want to call them out on it and say, let's get out that good website dictionary and see if it's in there, and flip through the pages, and nope, don't see it in there. You'll lose a turn, take off 20 points, whatever the penalty there is. But we're not really playing Scrabble here or ugly baby games here, so there's nothing I can really do but I can't really call them out on it because they could have designed the website themselves, or a family member could have done it, so they could get personally offended if you say that their website's ugly. So usually you got to kind of hopefully try and find ways to allow them to discover on their own that the website is not very attractive and that needs some work. Now, bear in mind, when I say ugly baby websites here, I'm not talking about anybody. I know people with babies right now. Coworker has a beautiful young baby. My godson, beautiful young baby, although he's starting to get older and walk around now. So if anybody I know who has babies right now, all of you really do have beautiful babies. So I'm actually using this as a metaphor to talk about websites that people just don't want to say that your website really is not so good. And so since you want to be tactful with business owners and not offend them, there's usually there's a series of questions you try to go through to try and find out really where are they pulling this information that's leading them to believe that people really like their website, because they could be being honestly told that people like their website. So sometimes you got to read a little bit further into the information that you're getting from people. So because there's nothing that frustrates me more than a business owner that thinks their website's really attractive and it's really not, because you can't really help that person if they don't want to do anything with their website. And usually the ones that think their websites are really attractive and that people love them, even though you can obviously look at it and tell that it's not a great website, usually those are the ones that they tend to not want to change their mind. They tend to be a little bit more stubborn in thinking that their website is really attractive, and it's usually based on some wrong information or some misinformation. So I've got some questions to ask to kind of determine whether you're actually in denial of having a ugly baby website. So here are some of the questions that I would try and ask in order to find out for sure what's really the case here. What's the information that people are telling you? Like for number one, who is telling you that you have a great website? Is it a large number of customers? Is it your family members? Is it good friends? Because obviously, you talk to your family, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, it's a great website. Or you talk to friends, they're just gonna be encouraging and say, oh yeah, it's a great website, it's great, yeah, I love it. But are they actually even really people who use the website, or are they just being supportive friends and family? Under what circumstance are people telling you that your website is really attractive and wonderful and great? I mean, are you coming to them, say, in your store and saying, hey, have you seen our website? It's really fantastic and awesome, don't you think? Well, somebody in that circumstance will be like, it's great. Yeah, I love it. But is that really an honest assessment? Do they really spend time on their website, or are they just being polite because you've asked them the question, offhand or directly to them, and they're just kind of don't have an answer for you and just agreeing with you just to be polite? How long ago did somebody tell you that your website was attractive? Was it last month? Was it last year? Was it 10 years ago? Was it in 1998 when your website was originally built? So how long ago if it hasn't been recently in the last few years, then that's probably a cue that you're operating on some old information. Website technology changes all the time. So any comments made more than 4 years ago, probably it doesn't have much validity to it anymore. Or it may, but the further back you go, then the more you have to start going, well, maybe that information's not so good in today's times now. Because maybe, 20 years ago when they made that comment, maybe your website actually was pretty awesome for 1998. And so also, how many people are telling you this? Is it 100 people that said, hey, your website's great? Are you doing a survey and collecting information and getting tons and tons of feedback? Maybe it's not 100 people. So is it 50 people? Not 50 people? Is it 20 people? Is it 5 people? So how many people are actually telling you out of all the people that go to your website? And again, under what circumstances are you setting up the question so that you get the feedback that you want by saying, don't we have a great website? Well, that's kind of setting up the question so that you get the feedback that you want. Is it unsolicited feedback? Are people just coming up to you on their own and just saying, hey, I just wanted to come to you and let you know your website is really awesome. We love it. It's awesome. It's great. Or is it something that, that you're asking the question to them, you're going to them to try and get the information out of them? Also, if people are telling you have a great website, are there people that are complaining about your website or saying that your website's not very good? And are you listening to those people? Or are you just going, I've had other people tell me that my website's great, so if I've got 20 people telling me that it's awful, but I've got 3 people that said it's great, then I'm going to listen to the people that said it's great. So, are you taking in all the information that you're getting about your website? Now, I've been talking to business owners for 18 years. Like I said, I've seen my share of ugly websites, and I'm not the only website consultant out there that's contacting people with ugly websites and talking to them. And I usually, if I'm looking for new business, I'm usually not going to somebody who just got a website built a couple months ago and it looks all awesome and whiz-bangy and awesome and great and has everything in place how it has to be. I'm usually not going to contact somebody like that because they're really probably not in need of my services right now. So usually I'm more likely going to talk to somebody that's going to need the services that I can provide, that our business can provide. So if someone like me contacts you and they're asking questions about your website, they're saying, hey, have you thought about a redesign lately? Have you thought about doing this? There's probably a wise idea to listen to them if they're a reputable developer, because there's probably a reason why they're contacting you. And they're probably, they're probably contacting you because they think this person really needs my business. They're probably not contacting you because they think you have a great website. And they're the experts in their field. Like I said, I've been doing this for 18 years. So it's probably a good idea to listen to whatever it is that they have to say and be open-minded of, hey, maybe our website is not as great as I think it is. Kind of talk through those things, ask some of those questions that I just mentioned before, and find out if you're really being honest about your website. If your website is something that you want to talk about with me, if you want to find out if you've got an ugly baby website, feel free to give me a call at 1-800-709-3240. I'd be happy to talk with you about it. And really, that's it for today. I hope this information is helpful for you. If you find these videos that I'm doing to be helpful, please click a like on it. Also like my page, so that that helps me out and lets me know that what I'm doing is not an ugly baby information video here, that it's actually something useful and helpful for you, because I want to get some feedback too, to find out how I'm doing, just as you're getting feedback on your website. So thanks again for watching, and I hope it's helpful, and thanks a lot.